What's up, guys? Rogneish Raccoon, and I'm doing another review of the Friday the 13th movies. Today, we're going to be reviewing Friday the 13th Part 4, the final chapter. And what are my thoughts on it? Like I said, I'm going to be doing Part 5 tomorrow. Can't wait. The movie's going to be Anyway, well, this movie I actually kind of liked, and I thought it was probably the best one so far, and I'm going to give you reasons why. The characters, to me, feel like actual people that I can relate to, and they have more of like a character info, and you feel good for them, kind of like once they accomplish something that they can't. Also, Crispin Glover is in this movie. What? I know Friday the 13th has been known to get actors that are not well known, and he wasn't at the time. But then after Back to the Future came out, it's all like, "Hey, did you know that he was in a Friday the 13th film?" Why would they put him in that movie? Well, because he wasn't anything at the time. They also had Corey Feldman in the role, and I don't know if he was a big deal at that time, but in like a year later, he was in like Gremlins, and Goonies wasn't yet though, but in a while he was gonna be very popular. So, and maybe that started it. I have no idea. And also, this movie is probably the reason why Crispin Glover was able to go into Back to the Future, my favorite movie of all time. Anyway, this movie is a lot of fun to watch. It has not the best kills I've seen so far. They could have been, well, actually, some of them can be pretty weak, but then other ones are actually really well done. And there's I forgot the guy's name. The guy name right here, I forgot his name. But he was working on Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead. I forgot which movie it was. But he's really good at all those practical effects with using blood. And he came back to this movie because he actually worked on the first one. And that's why these kills are just epic. And one of my favorites is the way it was shot was that they used shadows to do it. And then you saw the body get pushed to the wall. Now, you might think that body getting pushed to the wall might have been a bad idea. You know, you don't need to see that much. But it actually worked out in its favor, and it actually looked really cool. So that was probably one of my favorite kills in the movie. But actually, my real favorite kill was me getting thrown out the window and then landing on the car. That was pretty funny, to be honest. So yeah, that was a pretty good kill, I guess. That was pretty cool, to be honest. Anyway, this movie is actually really decent. Well, here's the thing that bothers me, though. You're able to set up all of these other characters, and then these other two that you don't know anything about, they were the longest in the survival until Trish came. Really? You don't have anything about them, and yet they're staying alive the most. They're staying alive out of everybody. And also, yeah, Trish has no character. Even though she's the last person standing, she has not. There's literally, all you know is that she's the brother of Corey Feldman. There's this new guy in the movie. He's like a camper guy. I don't know. And he was kind of haunted by Jason, but he had proof to show that Jason is back. And so what basically happened was this takes place right after the third movie, and even shows parts of the end of the third movie that you never really got to see. Well, basically the whole police, the ambulance, get Jason from the third movie off in the barn. They pick him up. Why? And then they put him into the ambulance truck, and then while the guy put Jason in a freezer box, but he forgot to close it, idiot, and well, Jason escaped from the freezer box, even though he got hit in the head with an axe. Anyway, Jason was still alive, and in this movie, they finally finish him off, supposedly. The fifth movie, I'm going to give away spoilers for the fifth movie already. The fifth movie doesn't even have Jason in it. It's, I'll explain it, but it doesn't even have him in it, which is stupid. 6, they bring him back, and then kill him again. 7, I don't even know what's going to happen in 7. I don't know anything about 7. I don't know about, I mean, that's like 7 and 9 are one of the ones I least know about, to be honest. I know 9 is not that good. I know 7's decent. So I can't wait. Basically, I was watching this movie at night, okay? And I could not get up off the couch when I was done. This movie was so creepy. It kept you so on edge. It was horrible. And sometimes when the shot will be lingering on something, you think something happened, and then it doesn't. You're like scared that like, okay, they're gonna do it sometime. When are they gonna do it? This movie is very great at giving you a lot of atmosphere and suspense to the movie, and that really works well. And this is probably the best one so far, just because of those parts. And this is a lot of people's favorites out of them all. And 6 is also a lot of people's favorites. I know this movie, it's loved by a lot of fans, and the way the kills are done, the characters are a little bit developed, and some of them aren't, and they don't even need that. But like I said, why do the characters that get the least development not stay out to the end? okay, doesn't make any sense. And there's a lot of stupid ideas in this movie too. Like the beginning when the nurse is going into that dead body room. I don't know about you, but if I was in a dead body room and the murderer who is supposedly dead, even though he's just a legend, I would turn on the light. Hello, you have to be really smart in this. No, you don't. You have to have some kind of brain. I don't care if it's this small. You know that to click the light on, like Jesus. Like it doesn't take Albert Einstein to flick on a light. Anyway, those are just characters doing stupid stuff. Most of the characters do a lot of stupid stuff. And also I heard from Ted White, or I think it's it, who's the guy who played Jason in this role, and he hated Corey Feldman on set. And when they were in the upstairs in the bedroom scene or whatever, he was so close to grabbing Corey Feldman, he really wanted to get him because Corey Feldman was just being, I guess, like a jerk on set. That's what I heard. I don't know. And then other people said that he was great on set, but Ted White did have to say that his acting performance was actually really good, and he acknowledged him for that. So one of the things that this movie is missing is that every single time you supposedly kill Jason, you always see like this little dream sequence afterwards, like him coming back. First movie had little Jason popping out of the water after she killed Pamela. Second movie had Jason without his mask coming in through the window. Third movie had the same thing from the first movie, but instead Pamela comes out of the water and grabs her down. Well, she actually had two, and then one of them was Jason knocking on the window and then coming out. That part scared me. This movie didn't, but they actually had an outtake. I was so interested in the movie, I actually watched all the outtakes and stuff. And this movie did actually have an outtake of her going upstairs, seeing water dripping, and they just fell asleep on the couch. And water dripping was upstairs. She went into the bathroom and she saw her mom there in a pool of like blood mixed with water, and then Jason was right there, but then that was just all fake, and she woke him in the hospital. I wish she would have kept that, but then I heard that there was something happened and they couldn't keep that. But anyway, this movie has better acting than the other ones, especially 3. Oh god, so bad. But this movie definitely has the best acting, and that's why. And Crispin Glover is obviously my favorite one, either him or Teddy. I don't know. But this movie has lasting characters that I'll actually remember. So, yeah, if you guys are fans of the series, definitely see it. And if you don't want to see the first movie or just want to skip some and you want to skip to the good ones, this is definitely the one to start with. This is a good Friday the 13th movie. Not perfect, like I said. There is flaws in it, like not flicking on the stupid light. The story is confusing a little bit, like how there is also subplot. Really, in this movie? This movie has been known to be one of the best movies of the series, and it's my personal favorite for now, until I watch 6 or something else. But, definitely, this movie is definitely one you should watch. Anyway, what I'm going to give it is a 7.5 out of 10. Like I said, it's great, but it does have a lot of flaws, and the story can be a little bit, and just parts in it that just are confusing, especially with the characters, and the characters not developed, even though they should be because they're the last people standing. But that's just Friday the 13th stuff, It's not as bad as 3. God, no, it's not as bad as 3. It's better than 2, and it's better than 1 in my opinion, and this is 1 rate higher than 1. Hopefully 6 might be 8, maybe? I don't know. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and yeah, I hope you guys get a little bit insight on this movie, my favorite one so far. Hope you guys can take the little insight. Ready for my 3D for Friday the 13th Part 3?